There's a growing new trend in the travel industry, and it's called grand travel. What it means is an intergenerational trip between grandparents and grandchildren. So they're out discovering the joys of being on the road together. Resorts are offering special packages. Agencies are booking trips catered to this shared experience. And this trend, of course, very driven by baby boomers who want to instill their values into the next generation and live their legacy, not just give the money. What do you think about that?
Well, I promised my grandchildren, you have to be 8 years old to do this in most cases. So I said, every time you turn 8, then you're the one that goes with me on a trip that year. So I have 4 young grandchildren. The first one I took to Ireland last year. She loved it, and she was so well behaved. We went on a tour, and so everybody was looking at this child when we first started, and at the end they gave her a standing ovation.
Now, I have a question. I know you took your daughter-in-law, her mother,
her mother said, "You're not going without me."
Well, so would it have been harder for you if she had not been there?
Yes, it would have.
That's been my holdup.
It would have. It helped a lot that the mom was there.
Because you didn't have to fight the battles. Teeth, bedtime, all
what
that stuff.
to eat. Of course, you can have ice cream for dessert.
Yeah. So, Cliff, I know you just mentioned today this is something you're interested in.
Oh.
Are you going to try it without parents?
Oh, only without parents. I don't want the parents around. Maria and I want to take the babies on our own, and as Linda said, yeah, they're going to have to be a little bit older. They're 3.5 now. So
oh yeah, not yet.
we need 4.5 years, and then they'll be 8, and we'll be able to take them on this package. But think about it; it's a brilliant marketing ploy from whoever brought it up, because the grandparents are the ones that have the money mostly.
Right.
Yeah.
They get the chance to spend the time with their grandchildren on their own. And what are the mothers and fathers for? They're there for working, and they're there to basically bring up the children and pay for them as well. Let the grandparents spoil the kids for 2-3 weeks a year on their own excursion. I think it's a wonderful thing.
And it's such a joy to see them discover things, because everything is so new to them,
Yes.
and they are awed by it. And a lot of travelers get, oh yeah, I've seen that before. But everything is new and exciting and beautiful.
Stephanie, what would you do?
You know, I probably made some mistakes with this one. So my mom had asked to take the kids when they were younger, and honestly, my kids are a handful, you know, and I was just a little worried that they would do her in. And they weren't real excited about it either, which I probably could have talked them into or should have. So my mom never traveled with my kids when they were younger. Now, as older teenagers, we've taken a lot of family trips, but I have always been there because honestly, they love to argue, and I'm so terrified they're going to give her a hard time.
How would that trip have been that you just did, the Alaskan cruise, if you weren't there?
Not good.
Okay.
Not good. My children have required constant negotiation from day one. They really have, and I know that about them, and my mom knows that too. So I sort of feel like I was trying to spare her the headache and probably spare me the embarrassment of the way my children can and will behave, whether I'm there.
One thing that helps a lot is to take one child at a time.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Like
you may have your hands full with 2.
Yeah,
I know, but
so
I think it all depends on how you've grown up with the grandchildren from the beginning and the discipline that you've installed into them.
True, and you're
Maria,
a caregiver.
And I am a person that never says no. Maria always, she's the one that does the discipline. We get on fine.
Yeah, no, and you have to know that. My kids fight, I'd never send them together. But if you send them alone, a lot of pressure on grandma or grandpa. So it's definitely something to think about. But yeah, it's a cool thing. I encourage you, if you can do it, find a way to make it work.
One of my funnest things. It really has been.
I'm with her.